Yo guys, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Today's video, what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a really sick deck that worked for me from all the way to Arena 4 all the way up to Frozen Peak, currently sitting at 2,638 trophies. So here is the deck that I actually used all the way from Pekka's Playhouse to get to Frozen Peak, and I basically don't use any other decks to push. This is basically my only pushing deck, simply because this one's really comfortable to use and I just always trust this deck. I never usually lose with this deck. This deck is super overpowered, and this is why I'm going to share this with you guys. Also, a lot of people in my clan were wondering what is this deck, this is so confusing. Trust me, it does look confusing, but trust me, it is very good. So as you see, we have the lightning spell, we have freeze, we have goblin barrel, we have the barbarian, spear goblins, arrows, minions, and the minion horde. So overall, that is 3.9 average elixir cost, and this deck plays really well. And today I have 2 replays to share with you guys with this deck to show you how well this plays, and one insanely close battle that you guys should actually really enjoy. It was super close and I was super nervous when I was actually playing, so hopefully you guys do enjoy this. Alright, so here we are in this battle against some Asian dude, and basically, yeah, I'll just say good luck. I basically always use the spear goblin and goblin barrel push. That push is just so overpowered, I can't stress it enough. And sometimes if I don't have the spear goblins, I will use the minion and the goblin barrel push, and then I freeze the tower if anything else goes bad. And basically that always manages to do a crap ton of damage on the tower. As you can see here, I'm sending in my minions, I'm sending in my goblin barrel, he gets zapped, and he just wasted a crap ton of elixir trying to defend me, and it didn't really work out too well. As you can see, I brought his tower down to all the way 500 hit points. I literally can't stress this enough. I want you guys to just go ahead, use this deck, comment down below if it works for you, and just use it the way I'm using it in this battle. Also, I would usually lightning the elixir collectors and other troops that they place next to their towers, but this game seemed very challenging because this guy was level 10. He did have 3 legendaries. As you can see, he had the princess, the log, and the miner, and I have no legendaries whatsoever, and I still managed to somehow beat this guy. And also, he has an advantage over the elixir just simply because his deck, just look at his deck. It's so cheap, he can cycle so fast through all of his cards really easily. This deck is pretty cheap overall, but that's not to say that it's bad or anything. I mean, it does have some confusing deck selection, cards put together in there that you guys would probably be why are you using all these cards put together? It makes no sense. This deck looks so rubbish, dislike. But trust me, use this deck and I guarantee you will go up in trophies ASAP. And at this point, I'm just trying my hardest to defend because this guy does have a lot of things coming my way. He has a mini Pekka, zap, minions, miner, he has everything. And this battle is also very close, as you guys will see in a minute, a couple of seconds should I say. So there's 400 hit points and I think I'm safe, but this guy just zaps all my stuff. The miner's still doing damage, and at this point I'm really scared, and then eventually it comes down to 92 hit points. I say good game and I take the W. Alright, so this is the battle against another Asian dude, and he actually has the royal giant, the furnace. Trust me guys, the furnace is the card that you want to avoid the most with this deck, simply because it just crushes all of the splash damage. For example, if he has a fire spirit furnace and he has a giant with a wizard behind it, you're basically screwed because you can't counter it with anything, because that will just melt your barbarians, your minions, your goblins, basically everything. But fortunately for me, furnaces don't get used too much in my arena anymore since most people just have legendaries, but I still haven't got a single legendary, guys. Could you just imagine that? Alright, so this is the point of the game where he sent in his furnace, and you guys will see by the emotes that I just start spamming right about now that I get so mad. Look, I say wow, and then I say good luck, because I just really hate furnace cards. I actually thought this guy had a full spawner deck, and I was just going to probably give up on the game, because this deck against spawners is basically just rip your towers. There's basically no chance for you winning the game if they have spawners. But I did lightning down his furnace, and that did actually give me an advantage. because now his fire spirits can't keep getting to my tower. Also, if you guys didn't know, since I'm level 9 and he's level 9 also, he has a pretty high level furnace, which means at least one of his fire spirits will get to my tower untouched. Whenever this guy just places a furnace, I'm just trying my hardest to just distract the fires. Like, as you can see, I just lightning down like his tower and his furnace, and I just do the crying face because I'm like so happy that there's no more tower there anymore, and I can finally just relax and try and defend. And I thought I was all comfortable here in this position, but that turns out to be completely wrong. You guys will see in a minute how close this really gets. Basically, at this point, I'm just trying for my life to defend, and it's not going too well. He can basically take out my tower with a fireball, and this minion here somehow managed to take out this furnace, as you can see. Which is pretty clutch in my opinion, because I didn't want the furnace there. Obviously, the furnace is so annoying, it just crushes my deck completely. So if I get rid of the furnace, I definitely have a huge advantage. Alright, so we're just going into overtime, and at this point I just thought that I would just hold it off for a draw. And I was trying my hardest to defend. As you can see, I'm like spamming him with the crying faces, trying to annoy this guy, trying to frustrate him to really push my tower. And here he actually does a pretty good push in my opinion. I just do the crying face again because I'm so salty that this guy has the furnace. As you can see there, I failed with the goblin barrel and spear goblin push. It got zapped. But there's still hope for me to bring this back. I just wasted a crap ton of elixir on a lightning spell, and here is where it all goes downhill. As you can see, the goblins are there, my tower is locked onto the royal giant, and yeah, basically now my tower is wrecked. Alright guys, so here's where the clutch comes into play. As you can see, I'm just laughing, thinking that I've drew this, but then look, he fireballs me, places a zap, and he should just basically get one shot off for the royal giant, but I freeze it just as he's about to take that shot off and take my tower out completely. Look at that clutch freeze, guys. I really don't think there could be a freeze any better than that one, just to clutch out the draw. So that was an insane clutch with this deck yet again, guys, which I definitely advise you to use. Let me know in the comment section down below if this deck works for you, and I will also reply to you if you have good feedback, or if you have bad feedback, tell me what your guys' problem is and I will try and fix that for you. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this gameplay with this deck that you guys should definitely use yet again. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that sick clutch at the end. That's basically going to wrap it up for this video. Remember to enter the giveaway in the top of the description down below, and also go there for free Clash of Clans and Clash Royale gems. Support this video by leaving a like if you enjoy it, and also subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.